Hey guys, this is Paul Acevedo of Windows Central coming at you from PAX East in Boston.
Hi, my name is Sylvain Coutouly. I'm art lead environment on Below.
Sylvain, when did you guys start working on Below?
So we started working on Below 4 years ago, and we just really started with just concept and then a 2D prototype, and then this is where we are right now.
And what's the basic idea behind the game?
So the basic idea behind the game is you're this little wanderer that's going on an island, and then you're trying to discover what lies beneath this island.
And what does the game play like?
So the game is a mix of Zelda for the simplicity of the combat and the adventure, mixed with the Dark Souls for the difficulty of the game, the toughness, and a little bit of Spelunky for the randomly generated levels. And so it's kind of like a mix of all of that.
Tell me a little bit about the combat.
It's difficult, but it's fair. We're keeping it relatively simple. The player will have different weapons, either one-handed weapon or two-handed weapons, and he'll have different sets. So currently in the demo we have the sword and shield, the spear and the bow, and then you will have access to all kind of different weapons.
And what about the crafting system?
Currently you can craft multiple items as gear. Those items will help you to go deeper in the game. So you can, for example, craft torches, which will help you a lot when the levels are extremely dark. You can also craft bandages, so when you're bleeding out, you can make sure you stop the bleeding and things like that.
And the soups?
The soups are here for giving you a lot of health back, as well as, so you have three components, hunger meter, thirst meter, and a temperature meter. So the soups will help you for the hunger and the thirst, as well as the temperature when you're very cold. It helps you warm up a little bit.
And here at PAX East, you're showing off a new area, like a hub area?
Yeah, so this is really like the new elements that we have now for the game. This area is some kind of like sanctuary for the player, and what it is it's a permanent area, which means that the player can go back to it and store weapons, ingredients, and other like potions, for example. And at any time when the player finds a fire pit throughout the world, he can go back to it and have access. So you can, it's a little bit of micromanagement for the player. So I'm gonna think of maybe the first floor, gonna get craft 3 torches, put it away, and keep those for later and deeper levels.
And how does dying work in this game?
It's a permadeath, so this is like the roguelike aspect to this game. You have permadeath, which means you're gonna lose your character and you restart from the beginning. But whatever you did previously with this character stay open in the world. It's a permanent thing. So you keep progressing that way. If you open a door in the world, then that door will be available for your next character.
And what about the story of the game? Is there any?
We've been working on a lore for the game. So it's not like we're gonna give cutscenes to the player and tell everything. It's a lot of environmental storytelling. So you will see throughout the world using a lamp, you can shine on walls and see murals, for example, and then you're gonna start connecting the dots together, and then you're gonna see maybe like something that is familiar on that level, and you see it down there, and you start connecting the dots. We want the player to come with their own stories, really.
Can you tell us about what you tried to achieve with the art?
So one of the biggest challenges for this game was early on, obviously having a tiny character and make sure that everything is visible. So the way the look of the game has been defined by really the concept of the game. So everything is relatively sharp, angular, and we want to make sure the player can see everything in the world. We've been working a lot on all the scaling for the character, the scale of the environment, to make sure everything balances out. And we want to keep that feeling of the player is fragile, and if he's being surrounded by this big environment, it's scary for the player.
And did you face any challenges because of the mix of random and not random areas?
Yeah, definitely. So we wanted to have fixed level to make sure we can craft and easier for the player to tell certain bits of the story. And the random levels, that was definitely the biggest difficulty for us, because how to make it seamless between the fixed level and random levels, that was very difficult. But we spent a lot of time of making sure we generate levels that are interesting, lots of variations, the tribes, they spawn differently, enemies spawn differently, and we wanted to make sure everything looked really natural. So it was tough, but I think we're really happy with the results.
Well, so far so good. And when is the game expected to come out?
So the game is coming this summer for Xbox One and PC Steam.
Excellent, I can't wait.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
All right, guys, we're in our full preview at WindowsCentral.com. Follow us on Twitter and Twitch, and whatever you do, don't hate. Appreciate it.